What is up, beautiful family? Hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. Tuesday morning, ready to take some action, ready to win today. Today, we're going to be talking about how to become the best at what you do all the time and just win. It's that simple. It's not hard at all. So it's going to be a short video because it's not hard. It's very easy. You have to be willing to put in a lot more work than all the other people. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you're going for. There's so much more competition than you think. There's so much more things out there that are holding you back. Sock drawers a little open, whatever. It's all good. But Malcolm Gladwell says that musicians who floated effortlessly to the top while practicing a fraction of the time their peers did, nor could they find any grinds. People who worked harder than everyone else, yes, yet just didn't have what it takes to break the top ranks. So I completely understand that your output is extremely important, and you need to understand this as well. So when you want something, you have to realize how much more people want that same thing. To be the best at anything you do, all you have to do is work much harder than anyone else. I want you to take a look. If you're starting a business, if you have a business already, go look at the competition. Go look at their output, and I guarantee you it's not that much. They're working 4 hours a day. If you can succeed past that and push quality work, I'm not saying not quality, but you have to focus on the quantity as well. When I first started sales, it was extremely important for my team and for me to hit 100 calls a day. And these are just appointment calls, setting the appointment so I could go close them. But the quantity over the quality is what makes you great. Putting in all of those hours helped me so much. At the time, it sucked. I didn't want to be doing any of that stuff. It sucked so bad. I was burnt out. I was tired. But you have to understand it is all in here. David Goggins talks about it all the time. In all of his books, You Can't Hurt Me, whatever book you want to call it, you have to callous your mind so you can do these things. And a lot of people don't really understand that, okay? So the perspective that you need is having innate talent will not get you to the top. I'm telling you right now, when I used to play football, there was guys that were pure great athletes, but they weren't the best because they weren't putting in that work because they knew they were good athletes. So they didn't think they had to do anything else. And I believe that when you putting in the more work and it doesn't even matter what it is. You could be playing football right now. You could be playing a sport. Look at all of these guys that are max athletes and the best athletes in the world. They're not putting in the work because they know that they're the best athletes. And if they are, they're only going to become better. That's it. They're only going to get so much better in that craft. It doesn't matter what you're doing, sales, marketing, business, football, sports, it doesn't matter. You have to put in the work for the certain outcome that you want. And a lot of people do not understand this. They think they could get by doing the bare minimum. And it doesn't matter how long it takes you, but putting in the hours is not going to be easy. I'm telling you right now, I'm still running 15-hour days for my business. But you have to understand the principle that gives you something within your control. It gives you an action you can take every day to turn yourself into the best at what you do. But it's not going to be easy. I just said that. It's not going to be something that's cake work, a little cakewalk. It's not going to be fun, but it's not going to be easy. You have to callous your mind to understand what is possible. You could do anything in this life. You can get anything you want. But we all have choices and self-limiting choices that limit us. Our brains are wired to the point where it's a sunset. It's as natural as a sunset, and the fundamental is gravity. but it is how our brains are wired. Our brains crave comfort. Our habits make our lives. And I say this so much, that your positive habits are so important and your negative habits are so important as well. If you have a ton of negative habits, what do you think is going to happen? The people who practice and go, even when the things get hard, even when they fail, even when they don't want to do it, no, practice is a choice informed habit. And practice is it's uncomfortable. Okay. And let me tell you guys, we try to avoid it as much as possible because the practice that we need to put in, like I said, is uncomfortable, and our brains crave comfort. They crave to not have to go and do all this crazy stuff all the time. So basically, what it is you're avoiding the anxiety and the fear of trying and failing. Avoid trying and never being good enough. That's what you are avoiding, and you know it. I know so many people that avoid doing the same things over and over and over because they're scared of failing. If you keep putting in the time, you will rise to the top. But you have to be putting quality outwork as well. The outcomes have to be quality, and the actions that you're putting in for those outcomes have to be quality. Do not let the fear-based habits affect your actions. So if you're scared of doing something, you need to rewire your brain to have the new habits and plus the new routines. Everything in this life that you want is going to be hard, especially if it's something substantial. When things get hard, you have got to lock back in. Lean forward and continue. Make that one more call. Make that one more sales call. Make that one more outreach message. Just keep on going. Because I'm telling you right now, everything that you want will rewrite your habits. You have to rewrite your habits. So now we're going to talk about how to rewrite your habits. Associate pain or negative emotions with your old pattern. So all of this kind of roots from the same things. It's all the same thing. But every time that you do something, you have to associate a negative emotion with it so you don't keep on going back to that bad habit. Let's say it's watching TV. You have to have some sort of self-criticism. We naturally avoid pain and gravitate towards pleasure. It's that simple. So what you are going to do is you have to fall in love with the work. You have to. It is extremely important that you love what you do. Make certain pleasure is fully associated with the new power pattern. My bad. Anyway, you have to love what you do. It's that simple. If you want to keep on going, you also have to have a bigger picture as well. Because you being lazy, you slothing all day, that is not a bigger picture. That is not something that you need, and you are too comfortable in that zone. We have so much more inside of every single one of us. I'm sure you guys are visualizing right now how you guys could be great, what you guys could do to make more money, how you guys can start that own business. It's very simple, man. And a lot of people overcomplicate these things. And I'm gonna give you guys a little quote. It was in David Goggins' book. But out of every 100 men, 10 shouldn't even be there. 80 are just targets. 9 are the real fighters. And we are lucky to have them, for they make the battle. But one is a warrior. So you putting more 10,000 hours into something, because that's the time, surprisingly, that's the time that it takes to master something. It doesn't matter. It doesn't take born talent. It doesn't take a spark, but you need to be putting 10,000 hours in to get what you want. It only takes time. And if you're broke, you have unlimited time. It's that simple, man. I mean, there's not that much. It's not a complicated system at all. Do what no one else will and put in your all. That's it. To be the best, you need to do. Get back up after failure. Try again. Try again. Try again. Treat failure as a minor setback. Understand the failure and learn from the failure so you don't make the same mistakes. Let go of the need to see success as a linear line, because that is not going to happen. It is going to be up, down, down, up, up, up. It's going to look like a stock chart, your success. I'm being honest. I'm being honest. You are going to go through some of the lowest lives, lowest hours, lowest times in your entire life if you are willing to pursue this business journey or self-improvement journey. Your goal should be to just put in the hours that it takes and to enjoy the process along the way. Because I talk to so many guys and so many individuals that are pretty successful, and they say that they wish they didn't rush it. They wish they were more patient. Everything that you have ever wanted is just putting in the damn work, putting in more output than everyone else. That's it. It's not hard. If you have no money, you have so much time. Use that time for your advantage instead of sitting here and cuddling up in a little ball and crying about it. That's how you're going to win. Success is not going to be linear. Ups, downs, ups, downs, ups, downs. And then maybe you'll be lucky enough to where you have built your own luck. And the way to build your own luck is showing up every single day. Do not let your emotions get in the way of what you need to do. In this life, we have one chance to be great, and you will waste it doing the average thing. Remember, there is one person that stands out of 100. Look around all of the people around you. See how average their lives are. I know it's so arrogant to say, but if you want to win, that's your competition. It's not hard. All of these guys and girls that you're competing with, low testosterone. They're not hungry. Their diets suck. They're unhealthy. They don't go to the gym. They don't read on a continued basis. They don't learn on a continued basis, but they make more money. That is your competition. So if you really want to become the best at what you do, it's going to take time. And if you're broke, you have time. Because when I was broke, I had tons of time. I had tons of time. And I used that time for my advantage. So I hope you guys get after it today. Lock in. 2 days on the fast, by the way. And we feel great. Right? I feel unstoppable. But right here, I'm going to put a video about your wake-up call. A little bit of motivation for you guys. Right there. You guys want to watch that? Cool. If not, I don't really care. But I hope you guys have a great, beautiful, action-taking Tuesday. Get after it today. Let's go. I love every single one of you guys. Nathan Brooks is out. Boom.